Hi, I'm Tilly. In this video, I will be explaining the law surrounding the use of cannabis in Western Australia. Cannabis, or in layman's term, marijuana, weed, ganja, dope, pot, grass, and hashish is a prohibited drug in Western Australia. The WA law states that it is illegal to use or possess cannabis, sell or offer to sell cannabis, supply or give someone cannabis, manufacture, grow, or prepare cannabis for use, and for an owner or occupier of a place to allow that place to be used for such activities from taking place. However, cannabis can be considered legal had it been used for medicinal purposes, which is strictly accompanied by a doctor's prescription. Medicinal cannabis is categorized into two: Schedule 8 medicines or controlled drugs, and Schedule 4 medicines, which are prescription-only medicines. For Schedule 4 medicines, prescriptions can be dispensed at any pharmacy in WA. However, since most medicinal cannabis products are not registered as therapeutic goods, it requires an approval or notice from the Therapeutic Goods Administration. For Schedule 8 medicines, each patient requires the approval of the Department of Health. Under the Misuse of Drugs Act 1981, a person who believes that another person has committed or is committing an offense against this act involving a prohibited drug shall, as soon as practicable, report that belief to a police officer. Or else, they are charged with a simple offense. They will be tried by the magistrate and could be sentenced to prison or fined. Penalties. Be careful. You can get fined up to $2,000 and or 2 years in prison for possession offenses, up to $100,000 in fines and or 25 years in prison for supply offenses. But for possession of 10 grams or less, police can issue a cannabis intervention requirement or a drug diversion notice instead. A CIR can be resolved by completing a cannabis intervention session within 28 days. During the session, you will be accompanied by an approved drug counselor in a non-judgmental environment for open discussion and education surrounding cannabis law and health effects. If the person fails to attend CIS, however, they will be prosecuted by the officer. This applies to anyone aged 14 years and over. For an adult aged 18 years and above, they can only receive one CIR before facing prosecution. But for a young person aged 14 to 17, they can receive 2 CIRs on 2 separate occasions before being referred to the juvenile justice team. Remember, criminal records in Australia do not expire. The record is permanent, and depending on entry condition of each country, you may find difficulty in obtaining a visa. That is all for today's video. Hopefully you learned a thing or two about cannabis law in Western Australia. Stay safe. I'll see you all later.